What's up guys, Cliff here once again, and today I just want to talk straight up. No cheesy intro, no morale at the end of the video. Today we're just going to talk about what I feel like everyone is talking about who plays Overwatch on ladder, and that is why we cannot rank up. I've been spending a lot of time watching streams from different people on ladder, playing from Platinum to Diamond to Master, and even a couple top 500 streams. I've been playing Overwatch competitively for a while myself, and I've been talking to a lot of my friends and to Twitch chats, and oh my god, I got so much information from all over the place. But even with that in mind, it's still all just entirely anecdotal. Your experience may vary, whatever, we know the drill, so let's get right into it. The experience across the board seemed very similar, especially as of recently. Nobody's having a good time on the ladder anymore, aside of the pros. Now, that's a very broad statement, and obviously purely anecdotal, but I still feel like it's worth talking about. So, why is it that we have such a hard time ranking up? Well, for this video, I would like to disregard the notion of ELO hell completely, because it seems like a very cheap excuse for people to have, but then again, I have no idea what ranked looks like around gold. However, what everyone seems to agree with is that they can't rank up because of their teammates. That makes sense, because if you think about it, there are 5 other dudes or dudettes in your team, and by that 5 other dudes or dudettes you can blame if you lose, so... But what do they do that makes it so hard for us to rank up? Well, some of them are toxic, others rage quit, some disconnect, way too many are trolling, and apparently most of them are just terrible at the game. Bad news is that for most of these we won't be able to do anything about them. Trolls be trolls, dicks be dicks, and some people just feel the need to play ranked knowing that their internet connection is shit. What I'd like to focus on is the notion that our teammates are always garbage, because I've had something happen to me just recently that kind of opened my eyes about this issue. Now let me set the stage for you, alright? We've been playing on Route 66 around 3000 SR on Diamond, our attack round went flawless, I've been playing Zenyatta, and we rolled the payload up into the very end. However, things didn't look so great on the defense. I picked up my trusty old Zenyatta once more, and suddenly we had to deal with a Pharah. Doesn't sound like a big deal, right? Especially given the fact that we had a McCree. So whenever that flying rat was in line of sight, she'd either discord straight up, and I would call out for my teammate, and sometimes even shot half her HP down myself. However, that was about it. Forrest started hunting down our Mercy, picking off the DPS, and everything seemed absolutely horrible. I started to get a little pissy. Why is that McCree not shooting her down? She even has the discord on pretty much all the time. Well, once we got rolled, I proceeded to check the stats of our McCree to learn that in Quick Play, Season 1 and Season 2, he had a combined playtime of 4 hours on McCree. I started thinking, well, of course he won't be hitting shit on McCree if you never place him, so I switched to Anna and just asked him politely if he'd like to switch to something he's more comfortable with, as it didn't seem to work out. And I'd go Anna to shoot down the Pharah. Well, would you look at that, suddenly everything went hunky-dory again. I shot down Pharah consequently, and we ended up winning the game. Now, that was a very long story for a very simple key plot point. Do not play heroes you are garbage with. From that day on, whenever I had the feeling that one of our guys wasn't doing well on his hero, I either checked his stats or just asked him straight up what he usually mains, and here's the kicker. It seems like most of the time having bad teammates doesn't come down to just them being garbage at the game, but playing heroes they're absolutely garbage with rather than playing those they know how to handle. Now, why is that? Well, I've gathered the same information from every Twitch chat I ever had this conversation, and apparently everyone feels forced into roles they're uncomfortable with. So many times I hear people complain about how they had to play Mercy or Reinhardt because nobody else would do it and so on. Well, who's to blame for that? Kind of everyone, to be honest. What I started to do in pre-game lobbies was just asking what everyone is good at, or straight up say, yo, just pick whatever your best hero is. And I've had far more games where we didn't just lose due to incompetence. It's such a simple thing if you think about it, but it does require some people to just shut the hell up. Especially those claiming that some heroes don't work on certain maps or that you have to play certain meta comps. Just please shut your mouth. Professional meta play does not concern us on the ladder at all. Everything that we have to pay attention to on the ladder is playing what we are best with and trying to work it out so we can counter whatever the enemies throw at us. Whenever I watch streams where somebody who has around 100 hours on Pharah is being told off because apparently Pharah's not in the meta and doesn't work on this map, I get frustrated. Why? Because I've seen the guy play and he's freaking amazing on Pharah. If we all went into our games playing our strongest heroes and allowing others to play their strongest heroes without bitching them immediately, maybe we'd be doing much better. Obviously, it requires a certain level of self-awareness and knowing when to switch if it doesn't work out. In those cases, it is obviously best to be good with a handful of characters rather than just one. Insisting on being a one hero main is just retarded on so many levels, and this kind of behavior should never leave quick play. But I've been dwelling on this point for way too long already. Bottom line is, allow each other to play heroes you're good with, but you have to have enough common sense to switch off to something else if it doesn't work out. Now, what else could contribute to us not being able to rank up? Well, maybe you're just at the wrong place at the wrong time. I hate bringing this up because a lot of us actually don't have a choice in the matter, but playing ranked at peak times is probably the worst thing you can do. Obviously, the kids are coming back from school, people are coming back from work, and this is just where the biggest cesspool of retardation likes to form in any game. Playing at peak times doesn't only give you a substantially higher amount of trolls and leavers, but also people who just aren't at peak performance because they might be exhausted from work or whatever. And again, I know a lot of us do not have a choice because that's the only time we can play Overwatch at, and I'm not trying to put blame on hardworking employees, but the reality is just that if we play at peak times, we share the servers with a lot of people we'd just rather not play together with. Another thing relating to time would be overextending sessions. Look, sometimes we just have to stop ourselves, especially if we're in a losing streak. You're not getting any better the longer you play, you're getting more tired, more exhausted, more sloppy in your plays, and if you keep on losing, you might even get more and more tilted, which obviously impacts your performance heavily in itself. The other day I lost about 500 SR in a single day because I was on a 13-game losing streak. I didn't even play that much in relation to the time invested, but hey, apparently losing streaks are a thing where you lose 30 to 70 SR and then get only 11 for breaking it. Yeah, I don't know who over at the Blizzard HQ thought this was a good idea, especially because the games themselves weren't even that bad. Most of them have been close losses, contributed to us having just a few more misplays piled onto each other, but they were well-balanced games, yet for some reason, having bad luck for one day means that you belong to an entirely different division. All I'm trying to say is that maybe it's better to stop before it gets that far. I'm still not done getting my 500 SR back from this one day of losses because of this absolutely stupid climbing system, and I really don't wish this upon anyone else. Look, if there's anything I want you to take away from this video, then it's two things. Don't force yourself into roles you're ineffective in. If I talk to my team, I tell them, yo, you can either have a really shit Reinhardt, or you can have a really good Ana, or Zenyatta. It's your choice, really. But same goes for your teammates. Make sure everyone plays heroes they know how to freaking play. And the other thing would be, don't stretch your game sessions. Take a break before you tilt or before you get on a huge losing streak and come back another day. Trust me, it's better to step back for a bit than working for a week straight to get your rank back after losing it within a single day. But this is me done for a day. I know this video was less structured, more anecdotal, and more like a rant again, but I think a lot of people can relate to this frustration. At the end of the day, I'm just some idiot spouting his opinion on the internet. So if you liked the video, do feel free to press the like button, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys next time.